Alright guys, let's revise IND AS 41 agriculture with the help of summary chart. First, scope. IND AS applies to few things. One is biological assets, agricultural produce till the point of harvest, and government grants. But all this should be related to agricultural activity, AA. Yes or no? That is one. And it excludes few things. One is land related to agricultural activity, because IND AS 16 talks about it. Barrel plant, again IND AS 16 talks about it. Grants related to barrel plant, because IND AS 20 talks about it. Alright. Intangible assets and right of use, because respective standards like IND AS 38 and 116 talks about that. So if you have any land which you have got it as lessee, if you are lessee and if you are getting right of use asset, that will be covered under 116 ka perspective. I know. Yeah. Alright. Intangible asset we have explained through an example. Software which government gave. Definition. Agricultural activity means what? It's a process of cultivating or developing a biological assets. We are working on some biological asset to get some produce. And biological assets necessarily means living plants and animals. Correct? No. Recognition criteria is 3 criteria. Control, FEB and fair value or cost should be measured reliably. Correct? No. If these 3 criteria are satisfied, you can go ahead and recognize the biological assets and agricultural produce as per IND AS 41. This is for the recognition criteria. Next is your measurement criteria. How are IND AS 41 assets measured? Initially as well as every period end at fair value less cost to sell. Fair enough? Yeah. And if fair value you cannot determine, cannot find out, then you can go for cost model, meaning you will value it at cost less accumulated depreciation less accumulated impairment loss, if any. Okay, so those are also brought in. Fine. And only agricultural produce till the point of harvest is measured at fair value less cost of sale. Thereafter IND AS 2 applies. You require cost for IND AS 2 purpose. At fair value less cost of sale itself becomes cost for IND AS 2 purpose. Now no, that's what we discussed. Yes. Okay. Next, gain or loss. Gain or loss could be 2 things: physical change gain or loss, or price change. Physical change means quantity change or age change. Whatever be the gain, that gain or loss will go off to PRL or SPL. Correct? No? Separately. Show these 2 gains separately. Gain or loss to PRL separately. Fine? No? Yeah. Okay. Now government grants for biological assets. If there is a grant that you have received, first you have to check how are you measuring that biological asset, at fair value less cost to sell or cost. If you are going for fair value less cost to sell, then you have to check whether it is an unconditional grant or conditional grant. If it is an unconditional grant, then you can recognize government grant when it becomes receivable. If it is conditional government grant, only when the grant is recognized in P&L, only when the conditions are satisfied or met. If it is cost, means IND AS 20 ka government grant and government assurance ka standard will apply. Those principles you have to apply, whatever they talk about. Last is your disclosure. Disclosure is your nature of assets, gain or loss, physical change gain or loss, quantity change gain or loss, price change gain or loss you show. Fair value, if you cannot find out, means give the reasons for it. If you have to use cost model, means you have to depreciate now. Yeah. That means you require useful life and depreciation method. So that you can give a disclosure. If you have received any government grant and recognized it as per this standard, give a disclosure of that. These are some disclosure aspects of IND AS 41. Easy standard? Yeah. Correct? That's it about IND AS 41 ka summary chart. Thank you.